What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be talking about my 5 favorite spring musky lures. So basically at this point of the year, what I like to do as a rule of thumb is downsize the baits but use bigger action on them. So basically what I'm doing, like I said, just smaller baits with bigger action. So the first one we're going to be talking about is a bucktail. It's a good bait throughout the entire year, but what I'm doing again, just downsizing. So baits like a size 8 or even the size 6 like the twin drone is an awesome opportunity. You can cover a lot of water with them, and they do have a lot of nice action, vibration. They got the flash on them, plus you can add the tails and stuff. So they are a awesome bait for this time of the year to cover water, which is really important when you're finding the fish. You can also fish them pretty weedless around grass and anything like that. So small bucktails are going to be the #1 thing. After that, we're actually going to use bass baits. So a lot of times, guys are going out for bass and stuff, throwing lipless crankbaits and common bass baits for this time of the year and catching a bunch of muskies. So what I like to do for this time of the year with bass baits is actually use oversized bass baits for muskies. So we've got a couple different ones here. This one is the Strike King 8XD crankbait. This is a square bill crankbait, so it's got a nice kind of tight action on it, and it's really natural bluegill color there, so you can't beat it. And this one dives like 5 to 8 feet, I believe, so that's a awesome bait if you're trying to get down a little bit deeper, and still a really natural action on that one. But you can also go crazy and throw like lipless crankbaits and stuff, which are another one that bass guys often catch a ton of muskies on in spring. So what I like to do is throw like an oversized one like this, and this one is about 1 ounce, and I added the tail on the back of there to give it a lot more action. And the cool thing about the oversized lipless crankbaits is you can cast and burn them, you can throw them right over weeds, you can yo-yo them off the bottom. There's just so many options with a lipless crankbait, which is why it is definitely one you should be throwing at this time of the year. After that, we're going to get back to kind of general musky lures, and we're going to be throwing jerk baits and twitch baits kind of. So baits like the Suic here are a good option, as well as like the Custom X 5-inch Mini are awesome baits that you guys, it's a pretty natural bait, but it still has a ton of action on it, which is really nice, and draws fish in, which is awesome. So that is going to be #3. Then we have a plastic again, just like, it's similar to what I fish in fall, but I'm actually just still downsizing the baits. So baits like the mini Medusa or even the micro Medusas are awesome. And here's a couple colors I like for this time of the year: the natural sucker and then like the largemouth bass color. And those are just awesome baits to throw this time of the year because you really can't fish them wrong, which is awesome. You can cast and reel them up shallow. They do offer the shallow version of it, or you can cast it and hop it off the bottom. There's really endless opportunities with that bait. And then the 5th bait that we have is going to be actually another bass bait, which is the bass swim baits. So baits like the Huddlestons here, you can get these in like a 6 or 8-inch version. You have the opportunity to add a treble hook down here if you want. They're just a super natural bait, and they do have a lot of drawing power with them, which is awesome. Plus, no fish is going to resist that because it's just so natural, which is awesome. Otherwise, if you want a little bit more action than the Huddlestons have, you can get like glide baits or multi-jointed swim baits like the Jackal Gantarelle here, which again is a really natural color pattern and profile, but it does have a lot of action, which is sweet. So those are my top 5 spring musky lures for you guys. So hope you guys like this video. Hit the like button below if you did. Also, you can comment if you want me to do more musky fishing videos, which I might try to do this year. And also subscribe for more videos. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.